What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the archives. Today we're back on this Oliver. I know it's been a little bit of a minute since we've talked about this thing, and you know, I've been wanting to do an episode, but I didn't really know how to do it. But we made a serious hiccup, a boo-boo if you will, and I've been kind of embarrassed about it. It's nothing mechanical or anything like that, but let me just show you. Hang on. It's the wrong color. Alright guys, well now that you've finally seen the Oliver, it is put all together. Of course I'm missing the grills and a few other pieces because we painted it the wrong color. I think the problem was while we were doing the work with this Oliver, rebuilding the motor and taking everything apart, I had ordered the paint like 3 months before we had even done anything. Basically, this thing was stripped down, I ordered the paint dumbfoundedly and didn't know it was the wrong color then. So let's take a closer look. The color I think that is here is a little more blue to it. Obviously that Oliver is kind of more of a dark green, not hunter green, but it's a meadow green. This here has a really blue effect to it, which doesn't look very Oliver-y. The reason the grills are off, I think I'm gonna do a different scheme whenever I go back to paint it and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna go with a cream and maybe even do the wheels cream, just because it matches our farm aesthetic a little more. Obviously I was gonna do them yellow, the grill wise, and leave everything else green because that was that year, but I kind of like the cream color in these. I've seen quite a few people in these Oliver groups, and I think that's what we're gonna do. But she is all put together. It is mechanically sound. It starts, stops, shifts, the whole shebang. It's got a lot of power. I've driven this thing on the road and things. I love it. I know why people really love these Oliver 88s, the diesels at least, that sound. It's just got the cool, the sleek, the body. Obviously, we went a little ham. I'm gonna go back and show you some of the stuff that we did. We spent like 4 days prepping this thing before we painted it, and that just made it even worse. So here it is. As it sits.
I've been thinking lately about the people I meet, the car wash on the corner and the hole in the street, the way my ankles hurt with shoes on my feet, and I'm wondering if I'm gonna see tomorrow. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. I was in the army, but I never dug a trench. Used to bust my knuckles on a monkey wrench. I go to town and drink, give the girls a pinch, but I don't think they ever even notice me. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. Fish and whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. And when we get through, we'll make a big wish that we never have to do this again. Oh, my very first job I said thank you and please. They made me scrub a parking lot down on my knees. Then I got fired for being scared of bees, and they only give me 50 cents an hour. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. Fish and a whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. And when we get through, we'll make a bigger wish that we never have to do this again. Oh, Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. We'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. We'll whistle and go fishing in heaven.
Show you some of the little quick stuff that we did. If you come over here, one of the first things I did was I got rid of that old generator. I put an alternator on this thing. We made a little custom bracket here. We welded up, bent, and did some things too. We're not the best at engineering, but we made it work. Patent pending bracket here.
Huh?
Patent pending. We wired this thing up, so I am missing the headlamps and the reverse light and stuff. So we do have the wires ran for it, of course. But the reason we haven't completely finished and painted and done and bought all this stuff, and I don't want to show the whole thing yet. I didn't want to wait, but people have been asking me non-stop, so I figured we'd go ahead and make this episode. I'm a little embarrassed, but let me know in the comments. We've been spending all our money on these guys. Obviously, this is where all my money goes, into hay. These things are hay burners. We got some sheep over there. They're money pits. I thought this thing was expensive, but this is old Henry here and Buzz. I don't know if you can see in the background, Walter, the 2 cows and the sheep, but we are a growing farm. So this thing here has been on the backer burner. It's been sitting out in this field, and right now it's actually a scratch for these animals. They walk under it and scratch themselves.
You just want to get them tight enough where they don't come loose. That's it. That's all you got.
I always tell people, whether it's cross-threaded or torque to spec, tight is tight.
Tight's tight. That's why they call Kentucky Loctites when you cross thread.
Kentucky Loctite?
Yeah.
Alright guys, today I think it's the last day at the paint shop or booth or Barry's, how's that? But basically, we came a long way yesterday. We're still figuring a couple things out of how things go, because I didn't get real good detailed pictures underneath the dashboard, so say. But we got the front end put on with the radiator, the oil bath, a few of the hoses here and there, and we're working on some of the linkages. So we're gonna get the rest of the steering put on today. What do you think?
I think it'll work. One of the problems with taking over a year to do a project like this is forgetting how everything goes back together. Yes. So we put things on and then we take them back off because we forgot something else. But you know, it's actually going together really well.
Right, right. I will say, like, a couple of the pieces that I would do is make sure your brakes or your pedal stud things are out. That may cause you a little hiccup.
Make sure these are come out and they're free, so you can get the pedals on, because we had to take the top plate back off to get all that in.
Right.
Take more pictures and videos as you're coming apart, because it may very well be, it's not a project you can do in a week. It may take a year. Might take a couple years, you know, if it's a project you're working on in your garage. But take lots of pictures and videos, so that way you will know how it goes, and even write down notes. Say, hey, make sure and put this in before you put this in.
Right.
So, but other than that, no, it's going together well. The paint turned out well.
We're gonna be your guinea pig, so if you're watching this video and we can help you out, that's what we're here for. You can see our angles and things like that in our videos. You can go back and look. That's what's helped us. We've taken a lot of video and a lot of little zoom in time. So anyways, we're gonna keep working here, so hit that subscribe button. But I did find a wagon to go with it that we're gonna build, so I'm gonna make some episodes on it. This Oliver has been fun. The Oliver crowd and the people in the Oliver groups were just awesome. I really appreciate everybody and their support in this thing, and people coming back and commenting. I didn't think it would ever take off the way it did, but here it is. Let me show you how it starts. She purrs. Obviously it's a diesel. It's not completely broken yet, so we haven't hooked it to anything. We haven't put a plow on it to kind of break in the motor. Has a little bit of a smoke there, but could be because maybe some of the rings are still seating or some of the gaskets are still seating. But there she is. Beautiful Oliver. There you have it, folks. That's another episode of the Oliver. We still got a long ways to go. We're gonna repaint this thing, don't worry. Let me know what you think. Should we do the cream and green scheme? What do you think? I kind of like it. But anyways, make sure you hit that subscribe. Leave me a comment because that helps me build my channel, which accrues me money to put into this thing. So your support really helps. Anyways, we gotta feed these animals. If you can't tell, they're hungry. And I'm gonna catch you on the next episode.
I've been thinking lately about the people I meet. The car wash on the corner and the hole in the street. The way my ankles hurt with shoes on my feet. And I'm wondering if I'm gonna see tomorrow. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven.